Morning everyone, it's Jan, Not a Real Farm. It's really early out this morning, but as you can see, everything is full of frost. It's actually minus 10 here this morning as the sun's coming up. So the big question is did the greenhouse survive? Wow, look at all that frost. Let's go take a peek. So as you can see, the sun is just starting to come up on the greenhouse, so there's no heat in there yet. When we checked the greenhouse yesterday, the heat was in the 80s and it was only about 4 degrees out. So let's see how it did overnight. I just wanted to show you the miracle of gardening at minus 10. It is awesome. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see the veggies. Everything in here is fine. Just going to walk around. You can actually see the frost on the outside of the greenhouse here on all my panels. But everything in here made it. So minus 10 today, and I can still turn around and harvest some tomatoes. Now we harvested a lot of those little baby tomatoes the other day on the video, but as you can see, all of them are fine. Nothing is frozen. See all the frost on the windows? My tomato patch is perfect. My cantaloupe, even though the vine is doing its thing or it's dying, made it. Everything is still standing up and perfect in here. Now, what you will see, which is funny, is that the Swiss chard did not like the cold. The Swiss chard, some of it is bent over, it's dead, but everything else seemed to make it just okay. I've got my tomato plants here that did okay. I'm just amazed. I'm walking around amazed because this greenhouse isn't heated, but it does hold a lot of heat when the sun comes out. So what happens is the dirt gets heated inside, obviously, and then it holds that heat for much of the night in here, which is nice because it keeps your roots warm and you're still able to grow through some pretty cold weather. So guys, we made it through. And the funny part is that the next couple of weeks, the weather is going to be, in the low 60s. So we still got a little bit of harvesting left to do here. Watermelon plant is still alive, or plants I should say are still alive. Isn't this amazing? And this is one of the reasons why, you need a greenhouse. I really can't sort of reiterate that more and push that point forward. This will extend your season, way past what your zone is, and especially people that have warmer zones than me. I envy you, but you'll always be able to grow something. It's my jalapeno peppers, strawberries, of course. And, guys, even the beans made it through. Primark blackberries are just happy. So I really can't complain, guys. So just to give proof on what happened, take a look at all the frost in my garden. Let's say this is it for the outside gardening. Take a look at all that frost. And the carrots took a hit, unfortunately. Got some of them out of the ground, so that's okay. But the ones that weren't quite ready were still in there, but they're frozen. So guys, I got my garlic in just in time. There you have it. So inside your greenhouse, you'd be perfectly fine. Outside, the gardening is done. And that's a lot of the things that we're going to have to start dealing with. Is if we're not fighting the bugs, we're fighting the weather. And the weather patterns are continuing to change. I mean, here in zone 3, like I said, I showed you the outside here. It's nearly impossible to grow past a certain time in the year. So it's very, very important for us to, extend our seasons with greenhouses. And that's the only way we're going to do it. And from here on in, the weather's probably only going to get worse. They're still good. It's minus 10 out and it's not frozen in here. But it is chili, which makes the sweetness even better. So in the 5 minutes that I've been basically shooting this video for you guys, the temperature has gone to 3.2 degrees inside. So when we started the video, it was 1, now it's 3.2. So you can see actually how quickly the temperature goes up in here. And so that's why, you know, your vegetables will survive in a greenhouse. So guys, that's it for me. I just wanted to show you what the greenhouse is like at -10 outside. And as you can see, the vegetables are still growing fantastic in here. And so we've got a little bit more time in terms of growing and harvesting. But I just wanted to thank everybody for writing me that is, you know, obviously on the journey of obtaining a greenhouse or already have one and sort of waiting, obviously, to set it up in the spring. Guys, you're always going to get negative people or naysayers looking at you, you know, saying, don't do that. Why are you doing this? I just want you to keep going, because if I can do this in zone 3, and this is a really harsh climate, and we've only just begun, you guys can do it too. And sometimes the best way to move forward with your own goals is to just keep going and block out all the negativity and strive for your own happiness and your own self-sufficiency. That's it for today, guys. Thanks very much for joining me. If you liked the video or if you liked the vegetables, which by the way turned out great, thumbs up, subscribe, and see you guys soon.